Good things come in fours. Like ukulele strings. Boy band members. And PayPal Pay in 4. No fees, no interest, no impact on your credit score. Just the flexibility to pay the way that works for you. Strum it, hum it, pay it in 4. Download the PayPal app to get started. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payin4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
You already know Dad doesn't actually want another tire watch. So this Father's Day, gift him the tender, juicy taste of his favorite cut of steak from Omaha Steaks. Their high-quality steaks and proteins are perfect for summer grilling. Plus, you'll get an extra $35 off with promo code AUDIO at checkout. Omaha Steaks is a family-owned company with over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry. That means premium meats for premium dads. Every steak is flash frozen and vacuum sealed at the moment of peak freshness, so every bite is as delicious as the day it was carved. Try the fan favorite Butcher's Cut Filet Mignon that has earned the coveted distinction of USDA certified very tender. Give the dads in your life something to savor. Visit omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code AUDIO at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code AUDIO. Terms apply. See site for details.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NBA.
Brunson into the corner, moving without the ball. Shamet lays it up, blocked by Wemby. Erased that over the top of Shamet.
He obliterated that shot off the glass. They kept it under control so our guys get the defensive board.
Calling for Dylan Harper. Wemby with 3, with 2. Victor back to Castles. Got to force it up. Right wing 3. Got it! Steph Castle drains a right wing 3.
And just in time, was pretty much forced to throw that one up there.
111-104.
The San Antonio Spurs win 115-111. They win Game 3 behind Victor Wembanyama's 32-point outing. PK.
Yeah.
They didn't go to him the first possession of the second, but when they started going to him, dunk, layup. I thought somewhere I could feel you. You're heartwarming. You were smiling like it's about time. He's 7'4". Send him to the rim already.
Yeah, I think San Antonio clearly had an objective, and that was to attack the basket early, and they did it, and often. And it was a thing of beauty to see them not settle for threes. I mean, it's cool that he could shoot threes, but it's way cooler that he's 8 feet tall and can throw it up there, and he can go get it just about anywhere and easily dunk it, and that's what he was doing. And that gets him, you talk about, we have Steve Cleveland on, and coaches who've made an imprint on my mind. One of them is Steve Cleveland covering his team right from the press row all several years until he left to go to Fresno. Get yourself some momentum, some flow, easy baskets, and then things, confidence level is there and all that stuff. He only took 4 3-pointers, and he made 2 of them. Obviously he can shoot them. I'm not opposed to him shooting them, but that's really cool.
He took a 5th, and it got waved away because of a teammate shoving somebody into him. And he hit that one, too.
He did hit that one, yeah. And so...
See, I think his threes set up his dunks because I just don't think he's strong enough to play the way we're used to seeing big guys play. Shaq, Olajuwon, Kareem on down the list.
But you don't. Nobody throws the ball in the low post anymore.
Exactly.
So that game is gone anyway.
Exactly.
So he's not going to play that.
Right. And he can get plenty of dunks when he's at the free throw line or in the corner, wherever, when he's playing and they got to guard him because they know he can hit those. Right. And then he cuts to the hoop and they hit him with the alley-oop. Right.
The lobs are there.
Yeah. And it did feel like there were stretches of the game where they went away from it. Coming out of a timeout, out of the third quarter, it felt like in the huddle, the coach was like, guys, you haven't thrown him a lob in a while. How about we get one early? And they get one early, and it's 5 minutes before they throw him another one. It's not like New York can stop it, or anyone else for that matter.
The world can't stop it. Yao Ming and his bigger brother couldn't stop it.
Yao Ming might be able to stop it.
And so that was the thing of beauty there. And for all you AJ DeBonsa haters, and you know who you are. Stephon Castle in college.
Yeah.
27% from 3.
And now?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's not. It's better.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're going to downgrade DeBonsa because he shot 33% in college when he was the only option. And Castle shot 27%. Can we back off about that? It's like, oh my gosh, if you can't shoot threes, you're going to be the worst player ever. Yeah, and that would be the Knicks complaining about the refereeing, and they go 0 for 10 of their first 10 three-pointers in the fourth quarter. Well, how in the hell are you going to get foul calls? You're standing 30 feet, 25 feet from the basket.
Yes. Thank you.
And let's just keep checking. 0 for 10. They made a couple at the end because they had to take him at that point because they kept missing him. Suppose they would have shot just 40%. Now, I don't know you just add the points and act like everything would stay the same.
Changes the momentum of games,
right.
Sure. Yeah.
But that's another 8 points maybe that you could have had. But constantly settling for threes when they're not going in, whoever thought of that she needs to be fired.
I was surprised that Karl Anthony Towns didn't get more touches, didn't get the ball more. They won game 2, barely, but they won it. He was super efficient in that game, but I didn't think they went to him enough in that game either. I think he only got 12 shots in that game. He was 8 for 12. He was 4 for 10 in this one. Speaking of people who they need to get going early, who are really good, who are really talented, if Karl Anthony Towns is scoring 11 points, what do you think the Knicks' odds of winning are?
Yeah, but OG Anunoby scoring 28, so that kind of that cancels that out.
Super efficient. He was 9 of 13. Great game for him. But
Josh Hart doesn't normally score 16, so I don't know if you can just add points to his total because you're going to take away points from other totals. But I get your point. He needs to be more involved. He's a premier player.
I think get him involved early like Wemby. Make Wemby defend.
And Jordan Clarkson had the best game. He had DMPs.
Oh, my gosh, I know. And then he comes in, flame on, Jordan. Couple of threes, 10 quick points in only 13 minutes.
Flame on?
Flame on!
Would that make him a flamer?
Yes.
I thought that when he got hot there a little bit, we've all seen it, thought maybe they should have tried to go to him a couple more times.
Because we've seen it. That's what we were thinking. Everybody else is amazed. I can't believe he's doing this. And everybody in Utah's like, I can. When he gets hot, it just everything seems to go.
Right.
And I also thought that Mike Brown was complaining about the refereeing to make sure it doesn't happen in Game 4. That was, having seen Phil Jackson do stuff like that.
Everybody does that.
Right, exactly. And it probably won't go like that in Game 4. And they probably won't take 10 straight threes because that'll come up in film sessions. Like, guys, they're not going in. Try something else, anything else.
Yeah.
A.J. DeBonsa, speaking of A.J., believes he's capable of being part of a quick success story like the San Antonio Spurs. It won't take that long, especially with my adaptability and my work ethic. I think that'll be, I'm not going to say easy, but pretty similar to what these guys do in terms of the forecast.
He shot 33% from 3. He's going to be an all-time bust.
That's why he's going top 3, because nobody believes that. It's not going to be an all-time bust.
Yeah, but top 3?
He wants number 1. I read another story yesterday. It looks like the Wizards are still going with AJ.
You did?
I think the Wizards are doing a good story of feeding different national guys different things. They might be warmer to Peterson. I think they're going AJ.
They don't have to, but they don't have to do that, though. They don't have to finagle it.
They don't have to, but are they finagling it, trying to get someone to take the bait and make a trade with them?
Well, I think the standard is already there. You want this guy, you give us Ace Bailey. And so I don't think that they're leaking stuff because I don't think they have to. They hold all the cards. And the Jazz aren't going to give up Ace Bailey.
I wouldn't think so. Atlanta Hawks gave Quinn Snyder, former Jazz coach, a multi-year extension. They promoted Onsi Sala to president of basketball operations from his GM role.
Onsi Solitude?
O-N-S-I. Onsi?
I have no idea. Sala. I never heard of him. I'm not all things to all people. I have no idea who the general manager or whatever his title is for Atlanta. I don't pay attention to the Hawks whatsoever. Quinn Snyder can get his contract. Good for him. And then he'll be having off-season in the middle of May every year.
Welcome to Atlanta. 60 years of Hawks basketball with one exception. That conference final I had with Paul Millsap when they won 60.
And that's no reflection on him.
Snyder's overseen back-to-back Most Improved Player of the Year award winners in Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Dyson Daniels. But how will they make it back to a conference final?
Maybe they can build something there.
You might have had two, actually. Did they have a second one?
Don't bog yourself down in details.
I want to know.
There's not one person who's driving right now
yes, there is.
or is going to listen to the podcast later who gives a crap.
This is Atlantic Division basketball.
Nobody cares, man.
Yeah, there's somebody flew from Atlanta on a Delta flight direct.
Don't look
and they
it
want to
up.
know.
Just move on.
I wasn't going to. Now I have to.
No.
Power of suggestion.
Okay, but do it, but keep it to yourself. Because we don't care.
Okay. That's fair. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Exiled San Francisco 49er wide receiver Brandon Ayuk posted a video on social media that, while not referencing the team by name, suggests he believes the team is afraid to release him because he could land elsewhere and eventually make them regret letting him go. Team says they still hope to trade him instead of just cutting him. Get something for him. Send him to the AFC. You'll rarely see him.
Oh, send him.
Chiefs.
Send him to the Seahawks. He's got mental issues, man. It's a shame.
2 years after trading him away, the Kansas City Chiefs are signing veteran corner L'Jarius Sneed on a 2-year deal worth up to $5 million. He was cut earlier in the offseason after playing 12 games over 2 years.
Good job for L'Jarius.
Bringing it back. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
So during our show yesterday, the news broke that Brendan Sorsby won in court, got an injunction granted. He's going to be able to play games after serving a 2-game suspension. He'll be back for the conference opener with Houston.
No, he won't.
That didn't go over very well yesterday, did it, PK? Which is why you say no, he won't. Big 12's upset. Big 10 and SEC are talking about not scheduling Texas Tech in anything. Nearly unanimous outrage and blowback here.
Yeah, they're Texas Tech acting like they're innocent bystanders here. The win at all costs. Who, us? We didn't do anything. And then Cody Campbell wants to be this big leader of reform. And I'm going to call him on this when we have this guest on here at 8 o'clock. And then Georgia says they're not going to play him. And then he tweets out, how many players have you had arrested, Georgia? You're fanboy. You can be all this leader that you want, but at your heart, you're a fanboy that's going to do whatever it takes to get Texas Tech to win it all. Even if it's meaning, he can gamble. Well, it's going to hurt his mental health. Yeah, so if you're DUI and you get your license taken away, well, that's going to hurt your mental health.
See?
So there's no repercussions for anything. Yeah. If you go to jail, shouldn't that ruin your mental health? I've never been to jail. I don't know. I would think that would have some kind of impact. So the point being, there's no consequence.
I don't see how Texas Tech can spin it and plausibly walk away from this after the statement Cody issued almost immediately that we read yesterday on the show. Is that you can't be an innocent bystander after issuing that statement.
Well,
you're hip deep in the middle of it. This is what you want.
He's threatening random Big 12 fans with lawsuits.
He's a fanboy.
Yeah.
He lost credibility. I appreciated his desire to have reform and what he wants to do, particularly saving the lesser-known, non-profitable sports, particularly women's sports. Women are besieged in large part, so I don't want their sports to go away, and he's trying to save them. So I support that 100%. But yet you strip that all away, and you're a Texas Tech fan.
Yes,
with a lot of money. So that gives you power equals money. Money equals freedom. Money equals access. All that stuff. And that's who he is. And these guys, they can clearly just say, well, sorry, Brendan, it's not worth it.
So apparently the appeal process would normally take 9 to 12 months, but the NCAA is asking for an expedited appeal, realizing that the traditional timeline is useless. So they're going to...
This was 2 months ago, less than that we heard about it, and he already got his injunction. Mm-hmm. So that can take basically overnight, but over here takes forever. I mean, come on.
Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark expected to meet with the leadership of the league, presidents, chancellors, ADs today as they discuss the issue and determine next steps. There are suggestions from K-State Athletic Director Gene Taylor and TCU AD Mike Buddy that the Big 12 teams stop playing Texas Tech.
Well, TCU is no longer Texas Tech's buddy.
Rivals.
Mike Buddy.
Mike Buddy. See what you did there. Very clever with wordplay.
And this is Yormark. This is his opportunity to be a leader, not to practice at Rucker Park and give me an LED lights basketball court. Nobody gives a crap about that nonsense.
Gigantic slip and slide.
Yeah,
it's a game changer.
That is cosmetic. That you're virtue signaling there. Show some leadership. Do what you need to do, and say, sorry, son, you broke the cardinal rule of all sports in the U.S. And I get other people saying, oh, well, he didn't do that. They don't know what gambling is. Once you go down the road of gambling and it becomes an addiction, there's nothing that's going to get in the way. I mean, we can go back years ago to Art Schlichter and all that. I mean, he threw away an NFL career because of it.
Yep.
And Pete Rose, clearly, obviously. And whether he should or shouldn't be in or whatever, that's not the point. But it clearly got to be an obsession. Charles Barkley has the money, and he openly talks about there's 25 times he lost $1 million.
Good grief.
Yeah. And there's 10 times he won. Well, because you can afford it. But he's Charles Barkley, and he jokes, and so we just look the other way. But meanwhile, It's a serious problem.
25 times. Yikes.
That's what he said.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Wireless game, PK. Milwaukee beating the Athletics 15-14. A crazy game. Athletics blowing an 8-4 lead. The Brewers tying it up with 1 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, 4 in the 10th to take the lead, and they can't hold it. But Milwaukee finally wins at 15-14 in 12 innings. Crazy.
Well, yeah, that was no question. It was crazy as far as that goes. And so there's some thought of what are we going to do in Vegas and all that, because that game was in Las Vegas. And is that the way it's going to be?
They're there for a week. Give them a little preview of what's coming.
They have a homestand there. And it's not the same stadium, obviously. I don't know. Do we have another Colorado that we had in the beginning there where no-name dudes are hitting 35 home runs at home and 4 home runs on the road?
Hence the name Williamsport. Yes.
Yeah. Which I played on that field.
Nice.
So, something to watch.
Trey Mancini called up by the Angels after a strong run with the Bees. He had 3 hits in his return to Major League Baseball. First time he'd been up in the bigs since 2023. Angels fall to Houston 5-4. He was a former standout slugger for the Baltimore Orioles before battling and beating colon cancer. So, good story. Him back in the bigs with 3 hits. Yankees 3-3 since Aaron Judge went down. They pick up a win last night.
Yeah, their win percentage with him is much higher than without.
Yes.
It's below 500 without. And it comes to mind, they ought to tell these guys, not all of them, but Aaron Judge, when you're playing defense, unless it's the playoffs, or you need to get in the playoff by winning this game, don't leave your feet.
There's no reason.
He's a big man. It's a long way to go. Mm-hmm. And that's where he said he hurt himself, was diving, and I've seen him play 20 times.
That's a big body falling on, in this case, ribs, but a shoulder or a wrist or whatever.
Don't leave your feet.
You're worth too much.
Right. They did that with Bryce Harper, and now they moved him to first base because he was running around banging into stuff in the outfield and right field. Don't do that. And I know it goes against what it's about. It's like standing there and taking a fastball in the ribs when everything about you tells you to get out of the way. But you can't do that, man. And the risk is too great. And I know it's against the competitive nature of everyone, but what are you going to do?
Yankees beat Cleveland 7-5 in 12 innings. Back-to-back wins for them. 3-3 since he went down. Bees open a 6-game series in Reno tonight against the Aces. Tony Park's on the call at 7:30. DJ and PK.
Hashtag golf.
Zach Blair qualifies for the U.S. Open for the 3rd straight year in Springfield, Ohio. The lone local in the field, Tony Finau, missed the cut by 2 strokes. He was on the same course. Patrick Fishburne was in an 8-way playoff. 3 spots for 8
Max
players.
Homa. Yeah, we're in that group.
Max Homa got knocked out. He made a bogey, got knocked out.
Lipped out. The thing with Tony, he's going to go to Canada and try to get through there. If not, he'll be 0 for 4. And he had played in 33 straight, I think, coming into this year. And now he's, if he doesn't get qualified through the Canadian, then he's not going to play. But yeah, that's what they call it. They call this the longest day in golf. And my wife a while back had an argument with the longest day of golf. And the gal says, it's June 8th. And I said, I thought it was June 21st. Well, I think that what had happened there was she heard the longest day of golf thinking that it was the sunlight. But it's
a specific day because guys have to play 36 holes.
Yes,
to qualify
for the U.S.
And
Open.
then they get in playoffs, so some of the guys are, they were talking yesterday, this is their 38th hole, and he made it.
Yeah.
And the other guys had to go to the 39th hole.
Right, and then they got to go up to Canada and do their thing. It's to the Toronto area, and go ahead and play. Some of them we qualify for that, and they got to go do that. So I remember her having that discussion. I always thought it was June 20th or 21st or something.
It's not the longest day of sunlight. It's,
right. So I think that's where that lady was trying to tell her. So get back to her and tell her, no, this is what it's about. I did watch some of it because it is intense competition.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much on the line. It's not their tour cards. It's a tournament.
But they want into the U.S. Open.
The tournament, the tour cards, which they have qualifying in Palm Springs, is really nasty in terms of pressure.
BYU All-American freshman Kia Akina missed the cut by one stroke at Del Paso Country Club in Sacramento, California. Another local guy.
Just a freshman.
Yeah.
His arc is looking very good. Look like he'll get there at some point.
Phil Mickelson Freshman of the Year, by the way.
The Phil Mickelson Freshman of the Year. Okay, I didn't know that there was an award named after Uncle Phil.
I learned that yesterday.
So you've only known it for just like less than 24 hours?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks for bringing us along.
That's about knowledge, man. Acquire knowledge. And the knowledge you gain here, when you get to the next one, that'll stay with you, man.
Will it be Atlantic Division basketball level?
No, because you're not going to acquire that knowledge. That's in one and out the other.
You could. I'm right here for you.
But you don't care. Whereas the local kid making a national award as a freshman is pretty doggone impressive.
I'm here for you, Yak. DJ and PK.
#NHL.
Game 4 Stanley Cup Final tonight. Vegas up 2-1 after winning double overtime on a weird bounce. Can they back it up and go 3-1, or is Carolina going to tie this thing up? Bum.
Flip a coin, man. I got no idea.
Dallas Stars moved from downtown Dallas to Plano, Texas, one step closer to reality. City Council approved a letter of intent from the team for the proposed sports and entertainment district for the new arena. And Detroit Red Wings star Dylan Larkin reportedly gave the team a list of 3 teams, Vegas, Minnesota, and Florida, that he would accept to trade to. He has a full no-trade clause and can control his next destination. So, Minnesota right in the division with Utah, but not interested in the Mammoth.
For now, because we have
we'll see.
Matt Larkin on, who said that he might have to expand that list some.
Oh, yeah. If open your mind and the deal is there, maybe investigate it. Who knows?
What is trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Chris Level, Texas Tech football sideline reporter and host of Locked On Texas Tech, joins us at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, RJ Young, national college football writer and analyst for Fox Sports. That's all on the way. DJ and PK. Much more on the situation at Texas Tech and what is the Big 12 going to do? That's coming up. DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome to This is Chase Scott and Ben Anderson.
President of basketball operations for the Utah Jazz. It is Austin Ainge. How often are those top names switching around at the top of a draft board? Does that happen this late in the process?
It does happen. We're trying to force ourselves to keep an open mind. Like, don't get locked in until we have all the information. Make sure we're processing everything correctly. We're almost fighting a consensus or predetermination. We're trying to make sure we go through it as thoroughly as possible before we lock in. We are fighting groupthink. We're fighting media narratives. We don't have a consensus in our rooms, right? Like, there's arguments. My dad and I fight every day about stuff, about players. Coach Hardy and I spend a lot of time talking through it and picturing how it would work with this guy and that guy. And there's a lot of opinions and I work with a lot of smart people.
Catch Jake and Ben afternoons from 2 to 6 on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
free-flowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them. That's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
I sold my car in Carvana last night.
Well, that's cool.
No, you don't understand. It went perfectly. Real offer, down to the penny. They're picking it up tomorrow. Nothing went wrong.
So, what's the problem?
That is the problem. Nothing in my life goes as smoothly. I'm waiting for the catch.
Maybe there's no catch.
That's exactly what a catch would want me to think.
Wow, you need to relax.
I need to knock on wood. Do we have wood? Is this table wood?
I think it's laminate.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's close enough.
Car selling without a catch. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have trusted Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. Just tell Progressive what you want to pay, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Visit Progressive.com to find a car insurance rate that works for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
Join Scotty G and the coach Tim Lacombe tomorrow, 10 to 2 at RGS Exteriors, 4235 Farm Road in West Jordan. DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. The question of the morning, Yahoo reports Big 12 administrators have had serious talks about not playing Texas Tech in any sports. Do you think they have the guts to follow through? I'm not completely sure they have to, PK. I'm wondering if Texas Tech is going to back down here over the next 24 hours.
24?
Yeah.
No way.
Really? Over a week.
Okay, I would think more.
Okay. It's just everybody's so anti, and you got to exist in that world long after Sorsby is gone. I wonder if they really want the headache. The kid's going to get booed every time he steps on the field, and he wants to play. I get it. But if you're Tech, you're thinking, is he really going to – if it gets to the point that he's playing, he's going to be under such a spotlight. Is he going to be that good under that kind of pressure?
Yeah, but that's irrelevant.
Does Tech want to put up with the sidelong looks and the glances?
So if he's good enough, then the answer is yes? That's even worse.
I know, but tell me that's not what they're thinking right now at Tech. They want to win.
Yeah, but they're not thinking he's going to stink.
Do you think they can walk in the room and be socially isolated?
I think it's not they, it's him. It's Cody.
Because the president isn't going to tell him what to do?
Yeah.
What do you think, Cody?
He's his boss.
He is. He's the chair of the Board of Regents.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's the one, and he wrote another op-ed today in the USA Today about where
and
he's
if he
talking
won't
about
back down, Tech won't back down.
He wants to win at all costs. I mean, this is what it has boiled down to. He wants Texas Tech to be the king of college football. They're never going to do it, but that's what he wants. And so is he going to back down? Is he going to back? He woke up today feeling no different than he did yesterday. He wants Sorsby to play. He paid him a lot of money to come here and play, and I don't think that's changed. He's going to have to be talked into it, and I don't think right now is the time to do it. You're going to have to wait a few days. You're going to have to wait to see what the Big 12 does.
The governor, the state legislator, will they get involved? There's that story from, what was it, like 30 years ago now when BYU thought they might join the Southwest teams.
The world is so much different than
right, but the governor got involved, get Baylor in, and Texas A&M got Baylor in, and BYU didn't get in, and blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's according to BYU.
Yeah, according to BYU.
Yeah.
But if that's how Texas
has Ann
politics
Richards
really
ever
rolls.
responded to your questions?
No.
So, I mean, let's just not go with one side of the story and act like it's a fact.
No, nonetheless, there's a lot of Texas and Texas A&M people who have a lot of power in state politics.
What do they care?
Everybody seems to care. The SEC and the Big Ten are upset too, and they're both in the SEC.
Sure,
and they want to. And they want us. Is there a part of them that wants to swat Texas down? Or swat Texas Tech down
for a year? Just go out and buy the next guy next year. This isn't going to end.
That'll happen either way. But in the meantime, swat them down for the year.
Worry about yourself. I think
that's not how Sarkisian's been rolling. Now, this isn't about Sarkisian. This is about, upstairs above Sarkisian.
I'm not going to respond. Steve Sarkisian can do whatever he wants, and so I don't care what he does. I think it's the premise. Everyone is concerned about the premise, is that you open up the Pandora box there, where now, if this is the legislation, or you go judge shopping.
Yes.
You keep going until you find somebody who says
the judge
yes.
who'll rule the way you want him to rule. Right.
Right. And that's what we have. I mean, here they got somebody who said, okay. And so apparently he thinks his ruling, his voice matters, and he can set precedent that, it's going to harm him. Well, sure. Every misdeed, when caught, you're harmed. If I take an apple from a store and I get caught, I'm harmed. And it's going to affect my mental health. Yes. This is no different than anything else. I do it at the most basic example, but you can go all the way to whatever infraction or misdeed you want. And so I understand why everyone, Texas and Montana and New Hampshire and every place in between, should be concerned about this, because this means that you can bet and everything's okay. That you really don't. You have 2 games. That's it.
The penalty for gambling historically has been anywhere from 1 year to lifetime ban, regardless of sport level.
But that was then. This is now.
Yeah, no. After the judge shopping.
And so you're going to go 2 games. Dave Rose lost 40-some wins or something because of Nick Emery's booster involvement.
Yeah.
And the family that was shopping around and finally they got the watchdog to bite after they had come here and gone to multiple places to get somebody to run with it. And the Tribune licked their chops and ran with it. And he was basically ostracized, and Dave Rose lost a bunch of wins over it.
And guess who's sounding off on his own situation?
Of course
yesterday.
he should.
He was on social media.
Well, he should. I agree with him 100%, or certainly his right to do it 100%. And there's other guys in Iowa State, and so forth, and there's been plenty of them, because gambling ruins the integrity. And once you ruin the integrity, you don't have the second most popular sport in this country is college football. So they have to protect it because there's so much money to be made. And Brendan Sorsby, I think, unfortunately for him, is going to have to bite the bullet. They're not going to allow the Brendan Sorsby case to ruin the sport. So I don't think he'll play. But I don't think Texas Tech is waking up out of the goodness of their virtue in their heart saying, we need to do what's
they're
right.
seeing everybody lining up against them.
Yeah, but it's too soon.
Take them a while to cave.
Well, as I said, the presidents are going to meet in the Big 12. This is your Mark's chance. I don't care about your LED basketball court. That did absolutely nothing for me, Brett. I know that's way cool, and you're trying to be innovative. That's cool. That's great. Be as innovative as you can. But this is a real issue. This isn't about innovation. This is about integrity. That's what this is about. Now you have an opportunity to set forth a course for the rest of the sport to look at you and said, you set the standard. You would not allow this to happen. I don't care about your practice in Rucker Park. That's cosmetic.
But
I'm not into cosmetic.
I care a lot about this.
Yes.
As does everyone else.
And now he has a chance. And BYU didn't want to comment, but Mark Harlan went on there, and he commented on social media and maybe gave statements. And what Mark, he said it was disheartening. I agree with Mark Harlan 100%. He takes a lot of crap around here, but in this case, I agree with him 100%. It is disheartening. What in the world are you doing? The ramifications. And don't tell me, oh, it's just he didn't bet on his team to lose, and he was a young guy. He's underage. That's against the law. Mm-hmm. He's doing bets through pseudo names and whatnot.
Because he knows.
And that's the stuff that, and basically you apologize when you got caught. So if you you'd been bouncing around to 3 different places now. What else is out there that we don't know that's been going on, and what could become of it? And maybe it's not you. Maybe Sorsby has gone to the therapy and he's cleaned it up and he'll never do that again. Great. I wish him nothing but success. We had him on the show last July. He seemed like an upstanding guy, and I think he's got a world of talent. And maybe he could clean it up and never be tempted again. But what about the 10 million other guys that when their brains aren't even formed yet as scientists? And I believe the science, DJ. I believe the science.
I'm glad to hear that, PK.
And some things, once you get political agenda involved, I don't believe it. But we know that brains aren't fully formed until 25, and all these kids are under 25. And where's it going to lead? How much destruction is going to happen because of this? You can go as far as you want. If you want to downplay it and sympathize with it, then you can just isolate it and, oh, it's no big deal.
It is a big deal. It has always been a big deal. It will continue to be a big deal. If anything, it's going to be a bigger deal because gambling is more prevalent and accessible. It's always been prevalent. It's always been accessible. But now it's on everybody's phone and it's in your back pocket or your front pocket, consistently.
For sure.
There's just like no way around it. And I think it seems like a bigger deal because now these, I don't even know what the expression, you can call them micro bets or whatever. It's just, you're betting $1 here, you're betting a 25 cent, whatever. These minimum bets, they're just, the companies out there who know just the sheer volume of that. It doesn't seem like a big deal. Back to the Barkley thing, well, I can afford to bet $1 million. And so just the average kid walking around is like, well, I can't really gamble, but I could do $1, you know.
Yeah, I told you yesterday.
What are these micro bets or whatever the expression is for them?
When I was going to NAU, I was playing card games till 2, 3 in the morning.
That kept you sharp the next day.
And I was struggling big time.
Yeah.
And I knew I had to get out of there. And I left. And that's nothing against NAU. That's me. I'm not putting it on NAU.
That could have been any dorm room.
I'm putting it on me.
A card room in a dorm game doesn't have anything to do with NAU.
And it was going on every night, virtually all night. When did you want to leave? Did you want to leave at 8 o'clock at night? Did you want to leave at 1 in the morning? Did you want to leave at 4 in the morning? And it was virtually every night. And it was getting serious. You weren't necessarily involved, but you were up to $100, $200, $300, which at that point, that's a lot of money for a college kid, especially from my family. It still is today. And so I knew I had to get out of there. And I don't think the second I left NAU, I'm trying to think, I don't think I've ever played another card game again.
Just had to get out of that environment.
Yeah.
And then you could walk away from it.
Yeah.
Which isn't how everybody's wired, but it's how you're wired.
Right.
So it worked for you.
Right. And so when I went to ASU, I know I never played another card game ever. I got lost, as I said, because it was so massive that you could just be a nobody. And I mean, I had to ward off women, but that's always been the case.
All right. Thanks for that.
You know.
No.
Unfortunately, you don't.
See?
So this is very serious. And your Mark and the presidents have an opportunity to lead the way.
Andrew with a post. The question is, Yahoo reports Big 12 administrators have had serious talks about not playing Texas Tech in any sport. Think they have the guts to follow through. And Andrew says this is freaking hysterical. They don't want to play Tech for something Cincinnati knew about and let slide until after he transferred. This is wild. When they walk in the room, does anyone look sideways at Cincinnati like, you guys are skating on this one? Or they're so caught up in the moment, they're like, Tech, what are we going to do? Somebody at Cincinnati had to know.
Maybe so, but why bother researching that? You got the problem at hand. Don't be derailed.
You do have a big problem at hand.
Yeah.
I get it. I still wonder. I mean, it's ironic. He was another Big 12 school doing this, and now Tech. I've seen other people on social media. The SEC getting all up in arms is hilarious, given what they put up with for decades and did for decades, and the fact that LSU was in on Sorsby and could have easily had this problem end up in their lap. But Sorsby chose Tech.
Okay, but that's not going to ruin the integrity of the game. This has a chance to ruin the integrity of the game.
No, I get your point that they've got to deal with this, with what's happening, the way it's played out going forward. But some of the people up in arms, you can see like, wow, would you really have been up in arms if this had broken another way? If he'd stayed at Cincinnati or if he'd gone to LSU or wherever else? Maybe they would have. Because Cody Campbell is way into this. I mean, there are plenty of boosters writing checks, but to get on the Board of Regents, become the chair, to do these interviews and sit here and reform and lobby Congress, like there's boosters who write their check and go to the games. Like they're done. This seems like another level of getting into it.
I don't know that they're done.
They're not going to Congress.
They're not doing this.
They're not doing this.
They're not, but they want access.
They do.
They're jock
and
sniffers. Each and every one of them is a jock sniffer who wants to be Taysom Hill's friend.
But yes,
when he was in college.
And that goes on.
And you're 35 years older than him.
Yes.
And that'll never change.
No, it won't. And you could pick any school in 15 years and you can probably find somebody. Right. I can go back to when I called UC Santa Barbara games and I know who that person is. They're literally in photos. You know, you see a media guide online now, not books anymore, but they'll have photos of whatever big win from whatever 20,
There was a guy
30, 40
who
years
traveled
ago.
with Utah basketball.
Yeah, and this guy traveled. Yeah.
And he would be sitting and we'd fly on the South SkyWest things, and he'd be leaning forward so he could be a part of the conversation with the players and all. That's never going to stop.
Nope.
This is the integrity of the sport, and this is gambling. And every time there's gambling, everybody goes nuts. And I think eventually, you will be right. I don't think it'll be tomorrow, but I think you'll be right. I do not see him playing. And I'm not sure it shouldn't matter the talent level. Everyone should be treated the same when it comes to gambling. But I don't think he's that much better than Hammond anyway. So even if you lost the Houston game, whoop-de-doo. You can still win as long as he's back. And win these other, your schedule isn't very difficult. Blah blah blah. You don't play the two reg. What's that guy who does the magazine Yak, the big fancy magazine that you love?
Phil Steele.
Yeah. I mean, he's got Tech, BYU, Utah.
Well, guess who Tech doesn't play?
And Houston. Those are the top four.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you don't play two of the three, you can't play yourself, obviously, and so you're going to be fine there. Your schedule sets up to where you're still, I think, going to be in the conference title game come the first Friday in December, and that's really all that matters. If you win that game, you get to go. I don't think you're going to win the national title, no matter how much money Cody Campbell has. Maybe down the line, but not now. So really, it's sort of much ado about nothing in terms of the competition on the field, because I don't think Sorsby is going to make that big of a difference on the field. But the status of the game and what you need to do to protect it is at stake. And he has to be, in a sense, a sacrificial lamb, which is unfortunate. The whole thing is unfortunate. Piling on Brendan Sorsby does nothing for me.
If he gets a 1-year suspension, are people okay with that?
I mean,
there are people who want the lifetime deal, but there are plenty of players who've gotten 1 year. Baseball's more likely to go to the lifetime. But in football, we can get examples from NFL, and I think from college football too. The kid at Iowa, I'm blanking on his name now. He bet $10 on a women's basketball game.
Rick Neuheisel got fired at Washington for participating in an NCAA pool.
Yep.
What the heck is that?
Yeah.
Now,
it was
that seems harmless.
He grabbed a bracket and filled it out like everybody else in the office.
But he put money on it.
Yep.
Yeah, and so that led to, and now maybe if he had been winning at the highest level, they wouldn't have done that. I don't know. But nevertheless, that's an example that's being used. So you have to put that out there. So I'd have to think about that in terms of the 1 year suspension. I mean, that sends a strong message. But some might argue that's not strong enough.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. I get it. But going back, maybe it was when it was Pete Rose, and my dad was telling me, I think it was Alex Karras and Paul Hornung, these big stars in the NFL in the 60s. They're going 60 years ago. There's all this precedent, and you can go forward to Calvin Ridley recently getting 1-year suspensions for gambling. Which in this case, he's a senior, so it's his last year of eligibility. So, I mean,
well, he couldn't come back the following year.
I don't think so because the clock is running now.
Well, then it's not a 1-year suspension. If he can't play, he can't play.
There's no difference between 1 year and lifetime when you only have 1 year of eligibility left.
I didn't know that he only has 1 year. But then he would go and put himself in to the draft. And I hope that he proves to the NBA or the NFL people that, hey, I'm over this. I made grievous mistakes, and it'll never happen again, blah, blah, blah. I will be a leader in this area. And if his talent – I think his talent is good enough to be on an NFL roster. To what level, you never know, because even the NFL people don't know. They've botched numbers 1, 2, and 3 picks on quarterbacks.
Plenty of times.
Yeah. But it seems to me, watching him play, that he has NFL talent, and go from there. Eventually, you're going to get your chance.
All right, DJ PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. We're taking a break. Coming up, Chris Level, Texas Tech football sideline reporter, host of Locked On Texas Tech, joins us at 8 o'clock. We'll talk with him in about 15 minutes right here on The Zone.
For Jazz fans, it's been a rough few years. Well, those days are behind us as the Utah Jazz finally struck gold in the NBA Draft Lottery.
Picking second.
As the Jazz prepare to draft a potential superstar with the number 2 overall pick, nobody will bring you better coverage of the NBA Draft than the KSL Sports Zone. For all the breaking news, high-profile interviews, and player analysis leading right up to draft night, keep it locked on your exclusive home of Utah Jazz basketball. 97.5. The KSL Sports Zone.
Good things come in fours. Like ukulele strings. Boy band members. And PayPal Pay in 4. No fees, no interest, no impact on your credit score. Just the flexibility to pay the way that works for you. Strum it, hum it, pay it in 4. Download the PayPal app to get started. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payin4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
You already know Dad doesn't actually want another tire watch. So, this Father's Day, gift him the tender, juicy taste of his favorite cut of steak from Omaha Steaks. They're a family-owned company with over 100 years of crafting premium meats. Visit omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code AUDIO at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code AUDIO. Terms apply. See site for details.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car is gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Don't miss your chance to win big every week on the KSL Sports Zone. This week, you can win tickets to see the legendary Rod Stewart at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater on June 19th. Great seats still available at livenation.com. Listen to the KSL Sports Zone all day Wednesday for your chance to win.
Hot legs. I love you, honey.
He's more showman than singer.
Thank you.
He is. You too. That's what you have in common with Rod Stewart.
Well,
we're just looking at you.
Rod Stewart, but you nailed it on both accounts.
Yeah, right. No, I think Rod Stewart. Like some people, like the Eagles get out there and they just stand there and sing, right? And people love that. Every time you go, the place is packed. Yeah, right. But Rod Stewart, he's way more Mick Jagger than Paul McCartney.
Okay.
He's got charisma.
He's also like 80 years old.
He is, but nonetheless, people love those songs.
If you want to go pay to see it.
Oh,
so be
yeah,
it.
they'll all be out there singing along. Who cares what he sounds like? I'm here to sing with him, said PK. All right, we'll do that on Wednesday, and there will be a lot of people calling, be my guess. PK, we're going to get back to Texas Tech here with Chris Level in the next segment. So we got a minute or two for people just hopping in the car. San Antonio. Way to get Wemby involved early. Now, it got shaky at times. Stuff happens. It's hard to dominate for 48 minutes. That's true. The Knicks didn't have the same sense of urgency. I don't see how you can up 2-0. Now, 2-1, hey, you don't want to give it all back and start over with the best of three. And honestly, I think as long as the Knicks win one of the next two, they're fine. But why wait till Game 5? Just take care of business at home in Game 4.
I don't know that they're any more fine. You said if, okay, but right now we can't go ifs. As I look at the series, it's either. They have an advantage still, but San Antonio can get to 4 first.
Mm-hmm. Yes. They've been behind in other series and come back.
3-2.
Yeah, they're down 3. They were down 2-1 and 3-2. Yeah. Man, it didn't matter.
Well, 3-2 seems more urgent than 2-1.
It does. I get it. I was just saying 2-1 because this is 2-1 right now. They were in this exact spot.
Mm-hmm.
And to your point, they couldn't take the lead. They just split 2, and they still got out of the hole. I don't trust teams to do that on a regular basis, but who's to say they couldn't do it one more time?
Right. I mean, they could.
Take care of business.
Well,
Don't mess around.
love the mindset of just go to the basket. Castle's a big, strong dude. He's 21 years old.
I know.
And he is a strong guy, and it's hard to knock him off course.
I trust him going to the hoop, and Wemby for that matter as well, more when they get into their offense. The ball changes sides a couple times. When they just walk it up court, stand there and look at him, put the ball at the top of the key, and then try to drive down the throat of the defense.
Well, I think in playoff basketball, that's much more difficult to do because the intensity.
But in the fourth quarter, that's what they were doing. And it's like, there was one possession. The clock was like at 9 seconds. They hadn't done anything. They were still dribbling the ball on the logo at half court, trying to get organized and figure out what they wanted to do.
I kind of think they were playing not to lose a little bit right there. And then the Knicks caught them, and they were able to make Castle make the big 3, some free throws, and Fox making a huge bucket.
A huge 3 given. That was a terrible possession. They had nothing going. Somebody called it a bailout 3, and it was.
Well, the most dangerous guy is the guy with the ball with 2 seconds to go.
Just got to shoot it now.
Yeah, there's no pressure.
Whatever you
Jordan
messed up.
Clarkson did that earlier.
Whatever you messed up in the first 22 seconds, you can't fix it now.
If you shoot an air ball, no one's going to say anything.
Right.
So they just let it fly. That's the least pressurized situation to be in those. You have to shoot. You cannot pass the ball because the clock will run out. And he made that shot. And he's a 27% three-point shooter in college. And we want to make a big deal about the Bonsa? I ain't buying it.
33 is better than 27.
Yeah. And when DeBonsa gets an MVP, I am good. My feathers are going to just, what do they call that?
I don't know.
When a turkey shows all his feathers.
It'll be preening?
You're going to be, peacocking?
Yeah,
peacocking.
That's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah. When he wins an MVP, because he shot 33% in college when every possession was designed to stop him.
He was the man.
Right. Let's see what he can do, man. Jazz get him. I'll be his number 1 fan. Of course, if they get Darren Peterson, I'll be his number 1 fan too. I don't think they can lose. And either guy, and even and if Boozer is your consolation prize, sign me up.
Gassel shot 27% in college, 33% in the regular season this year, 36% in the playoffs. It can improve.
It can improve when you're doing it 24/7. I think it can. Yeah. And if you want it to, if you're serious about it. And Keontae George just didn't wake up, oh, I'm a better player now. No, it was all the work that he did to get to this point.
You just got to pick your poison. Which of these 3 guys at the top, They've all got a knock on them. It's all fair. None of them are going to veto your career and just wreck it. Whatever it is, you need to overcome it, but you can't. Peterson could end up playing a lot of games. AJ can end up shooting a lot of threes. Boozer could end up being a highly skilled player. There are plenty of times the best player on the court hasn't automatically been the best athlete. I wouldn't pick Boozer to win a decathlon with these guys, but since they're not going to have a decathlon, who the heck cares?
And Bruce Jenner didn't play in the NBA.
See? Name another decathlete.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Name another athlete. Another decathlete.
I got nobody else.
Who are the two guys?
Why did he get so much run?
Because he won the gold medal.
But there's never been every Olympics. There's a
he was an American to win a gold medal. No,
so that's it.
Well, there are two guys they tried to promote before game. Maybe Seoul in '88 or maybe Barcelona in '92, and then one of them didn't even qualify for the games and wrecked the whole thing. A shoe company had a whole campaign. Probably was Nike. I don't remember.
Hey, we can't forget about Utah State legend Sheree Hawkins. She's been in the Olympics multiple times.
She won.
She hasn't won a medal, but she's been in the Olympics.
Women do the
times.
heptathlon.
As a heptathlete, but
they do 7 events, not 10.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you. Your point. I don't think there is a knock on Boozer. He is what he is.
Right. And for the people who are saying, well, he's not the best athlete, okay. Guys who aren't the best athletes have had awesome NBA careers. I think there's a really good chance he has an awesome NBA career.
Yeah, they got across the street a couple of statues there. Were they ever the best athletes?
No.
In terms of what you're looking at raw athletic ability, although I think Stockton's athleticism was
wildly underestimated.
Yes.
It was wildly underestimated.
Go back
because
when
he was
in his 20s.
But he's smaller and he didn't dunk.
But his quickness,
he could
his
fly.
Change.
He could fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was really quick.
In 1988,
the 28-22 game, yeah.
That was just
that's unreal.
That was people in LA, having been there at that time,
were freaking out.
Yeah.
And the Lakers flew. I'd have to go back and add up the math for what Magic was in the West. But I think he lost like 3 playoff series in the West. And so he must have won close to 30. That was the time I was living in Santa Barbara, that was as scared as I ever saw Laker fans there. They were legitimately, oh, geez, they could lose this.
But Stockton's performance was as good as there's ever been at that position in that series.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
And Carl could change ends of the floor and dunk.
He hustled.
But, yeah.
Yeah. He ran.
So it wasn't like he wasn't a good athlete.
No. But they're all good athletes, or else you wouldn't be at the NBA level.
Yeah.
And being a top 3 pick, no less.
DJ PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Coming up next, Chris Level, Texas Tech football sideline reporter, host of Locked On Texas Tech. We know how the rest of the country's handling this. How are people waking up and handling this in Lubbock today? We'll talk with Chris Level next. Stay with us.
We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Summer is all about freedom, fun, and growing up. And between the ages of 9 and 13, kids are starting to form their views about alcohol. With more independence, their still developing brains need more guidance and support than ever. That's why summer is the perfect time to stay connected and plan fun, safe family activities together. Research shows kids who spend quality time with their parents doing what they enjoy are less likely to drink underage. And when kids feel close to you, they're more likely to listen, especially when you set clear expectations. In fact, kids who drink before 15 are far more likely to struggle with alcohol later. This summer, create a no-bummer summer with fun, alcohol-free activities for your kids. Go to summer.parentsempowered.org to take a quick quiz and discover ideas tailored to your family. A little time together can make a big difference. For more information and to learn more about how to prevent underage drinking, visit parentsempowered.org.